Sagittarius, thank you for joining me today. I've been sitting with your energy, some energy that I've been feeling, and I was thinking that I would do readings for other signs, and I don't know, for some reason I just kept hearing Sag, and some of the feelings or intuitions that I received were, I immediately got tired, like an utmost tired, as if, no, you can't possibly do this reading. You're exhausted. Like I felt it from my mind all the way down to my toes. That was the first feeling that I got. And then I got really cold. And so I put on this sweater prior to a reading, which has special significance to me, and it makes me feel comforted. So perhaps some of you are needing that feeling of comfort. But I felt really cold. And here in Southern California where I am, it is definitely not cold. But I felt lethargy and coldness come over me. But then I felt this spark of energy and that sense of, no, you can do this reading. You got this. You got this. And so here we are. If you've been to my channel before, thank you for returning. Those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Savannah. This is Step Into Yourself Tarot, and I consider myself an intuitive reader. I get messages prior to the reading as well as during the reading, and most often I don't really know what I'm going to do when I sit down at my table. Recently I've been receiving messages that I've written down, but with you, Sag, it was different. It was that feeling of exhaustion, the feeling of coldness, and I had to cloak myself with this sweater that brings me comfort. And then that spark of energy. So, not sure if that's how some of you are feeling today. If so, hopefully something that Spirit reveals to us will come through for you. But thank you for joining me today. I'm going to start by pulling some archetype oracles, and then we will move into tarot. And potentially based on what I'm seeing, if Spirit leads me to it, I will pull some oracle cards. But we're going to start, Sag, with some archetypes. Show me Sag. The storm. Very interesting. That kind of coincides with my feeling of exhaustion that I got prior to your reading. Show me Sag, Spirit. Show me Sag. Sagittarius is actually my south node, so the things that I cling to. The patterns of behaviors that I have are responses, my natural inclination, the underworld. So the storm and the underworld, interesting. So perhaps some of you are going into some depths that are unfamiliar. Anima Mundi. I feel like there's one more, Spirit. Unfamiliar depths. Too many, Spirit. Oh. I'm going to pull this one, the fault line. I feel like there might be one more in there because so many came out. There it is. The forest. Okay. So let me put these in order on how they came out. So we have the storm, the underworld, Anima Mundi, the fault line, and the forest. Very interesting, Sag. I feel like you're going into uncharted territory. So, but this this journey into this uncharted territory is difficult. It feels like a storm. It feels perhaps reckless. It feels like all of these elements are coming at you. So here's the storm card. It feels like there's lightning bolts coming down on you. And let's see here. I feel like there's all these different elements or experiences that you have had that are now, it's almost like they're colliding on this journey. And then the next card that we have is the underworld. And the underworld seems to be treacherous. It seems to be filled with parasites. It seems to be filled with all of these different critters or elements of life is what I'm seeing. Elements of life. All kind of like intermixed, and it looks chaotic. And then we come into Anima Mundi, where all of these elements seem to come together in more beautiful chemistry. So our fire energy, our emotional energy, our mental energy, our air energy. It's like everything is working in unison. And at the center of the card is a light, a candle burning, illuminating. And I actually have my incense burning right now. And so the smoke is gently rising up, and it's illuminating your message. But I also feel like all of these experiences that you've had, when in the underworld it looks like they're all almost parasites or possibly negative things, but when we look at it through the lens of Anima Mundi, which is total it's chemistry, it's everything intertwined. There is a purpose for everything. There is a path for everything, a path towards completion. And all these elements are contained within the star, which the star represents our greatest desire, our greatest hopes, our joys, the things, the vision that we have for ourselves. And all these things intertwined within the star. So I feel like all these life experiences that may have felt like you were in a storm, or that you were part of the underworld, and maybe they were negative in some aspects, maybe they were harmful, maybe they were traumatic, maybe they were difficult things for you to understand the deeper context or the deeper meaning. They're all coming together in the Anima Mundi. They're all creating this beautiful tapestry, this beautiful picture. They're all coming together, and they're feeding your hope and your desire. All things work together for the good of those who love him. That's a Bible verse. All things work together for the good of those who love him. So everything that we experience, there is a purpose, even if we can't see it and we feel like we're in the underworld. Even when we feel like we're in the storm, but in our outcome, they all come together, and there's synergy. There's a completion. The next card that we have is the fault line. And what I see in this card is all of these paths, right? We have the fault line down the center, the dark fault line down the center. And then we have all these different paths that come off of it that we could potentially take, or that we have taken. Roads, roads, pathways. And what I'm seeing is it doesn't matter where those little roads off to the side, where they, what roads you go down. What remains is what's important, the fault line. The path in front of you runs through the center of this card. The path in front of you is what's important. Not all the different journeys or sidetracks that we may take to get to where we're going, to get to that chemistry, that synergy. What's important is the road to that, not all these little sidetracks. And what I see is all these different sidetracks, all these different pathways, they're still illuminated in what's in this card, the white or the gray areas. They're not completely in shadow, which means that they served a purpose. But what is crystal clear is the road ahead. And then we have the forest card, and there's what looks to me like a compass at the bottom of the card, and it's pointing straight ahead. So, though you may have dark trees in front of you and a dark pathway in front of you, go through that. Just like your fault line card, look straight ahead, and you will come to the light. But you have to go through the underworld and experience all of these challenges, or the things that you feel like may be negative experiences. You may have to go through the storm walk through the forest, going straight ahead on the path that is right in front of you, in order to come into synergy, into completion. It's beautiful. Not sure if any of this is resonating for you. That's what I'm seeing. That's the messages that Spirit is providing me right now. All things work together for the good of those who love Him. So though you may feel discouraged on your path, though you may feel like there's been storm after storm after storm, and I'm feeling the lightning, I'm feeling the weight of these experiences, I feel like I'm in the underworld, I feel like there's all these parasites and these negative experiences, emotions, real world situations, all things come together. And it doesn't matter how many small paths we go down, the path forward is crystal clear. It may be scary, it may be dark, walking into the forest, but when you get through it, when your compass brings you through it, there is light, there's rainbow, there's beauty, there's there's balance of color, experience, emotion, and we see that same balance of color in your Anima Mundi card. It's beautiful. I'm feeling led to pull out some oracle cards earlier in your reading, Sag. I want to see some different grounding energies that we should keep in mind, or that you should keep in mind with the messages that Spirit has for you today in regards to this reading. Spirit, I was going to ask Spirit, what messages do you have for Sag? Energetic clearing and trust. So energetic clearing. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So energetic clearing, I mentioned lighting the incense. I mentioned, the storm and all of these experiences, these challenges, these life situations that may feel like you're in the underworld, but it's actually resulting in something beautiful. And so I think Spirit is just reminding you during crisis, during those storms, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So that plan of Anima Mundi, of all elements coming together, all of these experiences culminating in something beautiful, bringing you through the forest to the light. And then trust. Allow me, Divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. And so with that card, I see the fault line. There's all these different paths that we've taken. There's all these different roads that we've taken trying to achieve our hopes, our greatest desire in the star that's represented on Anima Mundi, our deepest longings Allow me, divine spirit, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. So trusting that you're going to make the path ahead very clear to me. Excellent. So energetic clearing and trust. So Sag, I highly recommend whatever grounding methods that you subscribe to, that you adhere to. If you haven't, it can be a simple statement to spirit of empty me of my fear and attachments. In this moment, I want you to empty me, allow myself to be open to you, allow myself to be vulnerable to you. Help me to let go of any energy that is not my own, that I am carrying with me, and that I need to release. So clearing is a release. So think about, Sag, what do you need to release? What do you need to clear from yourself? Prior to this reading, I felt extremely tired, extremely exhausted. So where is that exhaustion coming from? Dig within yourself and think about, what are the things that I need to clear? What are the things that I need to let go of and release? Excellent. That feeling of coldness, and I grabbed the sweater to feel some comfort and to feel some warmth. So perhaps thinking about, what are those things that bring me comfort, that bring me warmth, and how can I pull them in to me during this time? Very interesting, Sag. We're going to go ahead and pull a few tarot cards. Okay, Spirit, thank you for those messages. Anything else for Sagittarius? Anything else for Sagittarius? Any other messages that you have for Sag during this time? Thank you for the archetype oracles and that grounding energy, energetic clearing, trusting you. Any other messages for Sag? Hope you're having a good week so far, Sag. Oop. Two more, Spirit. Messages for Sagittarius. One more. Three of Cups in reverse, Strength in reverse, Queen of Swords, and Nine of Wands. Interesting. Okay. So, Three of Cups, cooperation, harmony, it being in the reverse, strength. My strength wasn't enough to harmonize this. Queen of Swords. However, I have truth. I have understanding of things. I know how to make sense of this situation. Nine of Wands. What's interesting in this card to me is the Eight of Wands are behind him, and he's claiming the ninth. And he's like, no, you won't take this one from me. You won't take this from me. So it's almost like it is strength in some ways. It's, I am staking my claim, I'm staking my power in this. I know the knowledge that I have in the Queen of Swords. And I'm going to hold on to it despite all the odds stacked against me. Or let me think about that. The odds stacked against me. The wands, strength, energy. Like, I'm going to hold on to this energy that I have. The other ones may be taken away from me, but I'm going to stake claim to this one. I'm going to hold on to it. Definitely going to want to do some clarifiers here. Where is the Three of Cups? So Three of Cups should be basic cooperation, harmony with others. It should be celebratory, unification, harmony with multiple, cooperation. It being in the reverse, there's some kind of dismantling or lack of cooperation with your Three of Cups. And strength being in the reverse shows me no matter how much strength I put towards this, it still hasn't changed the situation. But then we have truth, sword energy. So I know what to be true, and I'm going to hold on to that truth in my Nine of Wands. I'm going to stake my, not foundation, that's not the word that I'm getting. I'm going to stake my claim into that truth. And maybe it's a hard truth. Maybe it's a hard truth. Maybe it's a hard truth that you've come to understand in the storms, in the underworld of the parasites that exist. But it doesn't necessarily mean that it's not for your good. And I think that's where it speaks to us as human beings, us as people. Are we going to ignore those hard truths, or are we going to face them head on, like your fault line? Are we going to walk the path of understanding this truth, walking through that forest in order to get to the brightness, the synergy of all these different elements and what I see represented in these different colors is different aspects or layers of that truth. Okay, let's get some clarifiers out here. I want to see that Three of Cups in reverse. Spirit, show me that Three of Cups in reverse for Sagittarius. Why is the Three of Cups in reverse? Show me that situation, that disharmony, that non-cooperation. Show me that Three of Cups in reverse. I hope you're bearing with me through this one, Sag. It's very interesting. Thank you for joining me on this journey. Show me that Three of Cups in reverse. One more, Spirit. Three of Cups in reverse for Sagittarius. Seven of Cups, Strength, Five of Cups. Okay. So, options. Many different roads you could go down, similar to your fault line and the different paths. You've used strength in exploring those options. And in the Three of Cups, you had your mind set on something. You had your heart set on something. You had your heart set on harmonizing with a particular situation, a particular unification, but then overseeing it all is Five of Cups, which represents disappointments of the past, disappointments within the heart space. So once again, you're showing me strength, mirroring here. You had strength towards looking at this option as the option that was going to bring you harmony and fulfillment with multiple, that it was going to be a unification, that it was going to represent unity. But disappointments of the past have shown you that that is not the case. And so what I think you're showing me is that despite my strength of seeing this as the choice that I had made, it resulted in disappointment. And so then you're showing me here, my strength is in reverse because it didn't work for me in this regard. I want to definitely clarify that strength in reverse for you because I'm interested in why you're showing it to me twice. Could be perhaps past versus present. So I put all my strength into this and I had good intentions and it didn't work out for me. And so now you're showing me like the result of that. But I definitely want to clarify because then from there you're moving to Queen of Swords. Like I have a strong knowledge. I have strong truth. I have the ability to make sense of this situation. So I wanted to clarify that strength. Show me strength, Spirit. Show me strength. Why is it in reverse for Sagittarius? Show me strength for Sag. Show me strength, Spirit. Show me strength. Eight of Cups. I always see this card as a moon type energy. So perhaps things were in your subconscious. Maybe you weren't listening to them. Perhaps things were hidden from you. Perhaps you weren't listening to your spiritual guidance or spiritual knowing. Two of Swords. There was a decision that needed to be made. Show me strength, Spirit. Oh. Show me strength. Show me strength for Sagittarius. Two more. Show me strength. Six of Swords, Eight of Wands, Six of Wands. So I wanted to move towards, we have that star energy here. I wanted to move towards that star energy, Eight of Wands. I had the knowledge of doing so. But what's interesting about this version of the Six of Swords is like there's this dark energy on the tip of my fingertips. And so despite my wanting to move forward, despite that strength that I put in, it still resulted in that disappointment. My strength didn't work for me in this regard. And Sag, you're a fire sign, so I can see how you would have felt like your efforts were those of the underworld, like it was ridden by parasites, because when you make up your mind to do something and when you use your strength or fire energy to make something happen, and it doesn't work out to the outcome that you desired, I can see how it would then be like that thought process of, well, my strength didn't work in this scenario. It didn't matter what effort I put in, what fire energy I put into this, it didn't result. So I can see why you're showing me that strength didn't work for you. But then here in your Queen of Swords, you're showing me more of a consolidation of your knowledge in regards to this situation, whatever that situation may be. So let's definitely clarify your Queen of Swords. What's this knowledge, insight that Sagittarius has now in regards to the situation? Show me this Queen of Swords. What's maybe the knowledge that they've received in regards to the storm that came up in your archetype? Show me that Queen of Swords for Sagittarius. Spirit. Two more. Queen of Swords. Show me that Queen of Swords for Sag. Seven of Swords, Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles. So interesting. Okay, so you've had insight as to a road that you need to block, a road that you need to put up some resistance towards. In doing that, you will feel empowered. Nine of Wands, you will feel independent, self-empowerment. Five of Pentacles. It's like, once again, that road feels scary. It feels dark. So on this card, we see almost like, I don't know what to call this. It's like web surrounding the path, but then there's light. And once you go through the path, there's roses. So there's there's growth, there's beauty. And so you have this understanding that I need to resist this, and in doing so I will feel empowered, strong again. So going back to that idea of the strength that you have within you, your fire energy, and it's going to take your fire energy to walk through so that you can reach this other path where there's light. So similar to your forest card, you have to walk through that darkness in order to get to the light, and to where all things come together for your good. Anima Mundi, all these experiences come together for your good. Excellent. And then let me see this Nine of Wands, Spirit for Sagittarius. Show me the Nine of Wands. So you have to trust the path. If we remember those original grounding energies, trust. Allow me, divine, to give you my deepest longings, trusting you to know exactly how to handle them. So a lot of trust on this path, walking through that darkness in order to reach the other side. It doesn't matter though, all of these different pathways that you may take, the clear direction and the clarity is right in front of you. Show me the Nine of Wands. Show me the Nine of Wands, Spirit, for Sagittarius. Show me the Nine of Wands. Queen of Swords, again, reflecting right here. Queen of Swords, you have the knowledge of what you need to do. You have the insight. No matter how hard that road may be, no matter how much you may feel in the underworld or in the storm, you have the path. You have to trust that Spirit is laying out the path forward right in front of you. But you need to follow it. You need to clear those things that are blocking you, energetic clearing, and trust. Show me that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands for Sagittarius. Show me that Nine of Wands. Show me that Nine of Wands. King of Pentacles, the Lovers, Six of Cups. Okay. So if you remember, I said that this looked like I'm staking my claim energy. So yes, I'm staking my claim to what I can bring into my reality. The Lovers, deep soul bond. The Lovers is it's a reflection of ourselves in another. It's, some may consider it twin flames. The Lovers is one of our greatest challenges. It's that individual that is going to bring up all of your storms from the past, all of the elements or experiences that you experience in the underworld, per se. Everything is going to come to the surface in a lover's connection. But you are showing me soul bond connection twice, double. The Lovers and Six of Cups, both soul bond energy. And so you are staking your claim to this soul bond energy in the Lovers and in your Six of Cups to bring it into full reality. King of Pentacles. I'm going to build my foundation. I'm going to build my kingdom around this construct of a soul bond with another. Excellent. So I'm still not sure what this situation represents for you. I do think that there was some mirroring in whatever this situation was. You're not showing me much about this particular situation other than it involved others. And you expected or wanted it, desired it to result in unity and harmony, but it did not. And therefore my strength wasn't used, didn't manifest this situation. But now I know the truth in my Queen of Swords, and I'm going to put my energy towards what I know has the potential to grow, and which is a soul bond, a soul connection. And not only does it have the potential to grow, but it has the potential to be the kingdom that I desire it to be. So our King of Pentacles, it is a very claiming energy. I have built this. I've built this from the ground up. It contains my desires, my emotions, my mental capacity, my intellect, my spiritual, contains everything wrapped up in one, similar to Anima Mundi. All of my elements coming together in one and creating beauty and foundation, and it's all contained within my star. My deepest desire, my vision for my path, my deepest hope. It's beautiful, Sagittarius. I'm going to pull just a couple messages, final messages for you. I hope that this has helped you. I think just Spirit is wanting you to know those grounding energies, trust. So have trust in the path ahead, even though it seems like you may be going through the storm right now. Know that there will be that clearing. You will come to that understanding, that insight, and you will build the things that you desire from the ground up, that King of Pentacles that contains all of your elements. But I think there's something really important in this energetic clearing. So clearing this energy that exists in the storm and the underworld, we no longer have to remain there. You no longer have to remain in that energy. Move into the Anima Mundi energy. Move into the fault line of the clear path ahead. Move into that forest energy of, I'm going to go through this so that I can get out to the other side, and so that all things are going to come together for my good. Anima Mundi. Any final messages for Sagittarius, Spirit? Any final messages for Sagittarius? Anything final that you want Sagittarius to know? Or ooh, that's way too many. Sorry, Sag. Edge of greatness. The universe is opening doors for me, bringing opportunities my way. I don't crumble at the edge of my greatness. I take the opportunities that come and walk through those doors with confidence. Yeah, walk through it with trust. And then morning rituals. In the mornings, I will take time to tune into myself to set high vibrational rituals that will help me lead a good day. I pay attention to the habits that don't serve me and change them for the ones that do. So I think this is that clearing element, clearing that negative energy so that you can actually move towards the soul bond energy, the things that bring you stability, happiness, that foundation, the things that provide clarity for you, like the fault line, and the things that come together, that are in unison, that are in synergy. He's got caught up in there. One more message, Spirit. That was a little bit of a mess. Spirit is wanting to give me multiple oracles for you, Sag. I'm going to take the top. Casting spells. The words I speak and the stories I tell are like spells. What I say and believe, I attract more of. So I shift my story from lack, the storm, the underworld, to abundance. The fault line, Anima Mundi, from victim to empowered, and from complaint to gratitude. Now when I speak to others through my words, I am casting beautiful spells. So I think this has a lot to do with the energy that you are putting out, Sag. Trusting, clearing of that negative energy, that negative talk. We no longer have to think about the storm or the underworld, these parasites, these negative experiences that we've had, these experiences that have brought us harm, these experiences that have brought us trauma or hurt or pain. No longer have to live there. Because you know the clear path ahead. You've been shown it in your fault line. It may seem a little scary, but you're able to see the light. And what Spirit is saying, trust in me, clear out this attention and this focus and this energy towards the things that have gone wrong, so that you can actually step into me, step towards me, step towards the path that I have laid out for you, and you will be able to see all of those elements come together for your good. It's really powerful. It's really powerful, Sagittarius. So I encourage you, definitely trust the process, trust the journey that you're on. Clear out that negative thinking, those negative thinking patterns. Clear out this focus on all the negative that has occurred, or all these horrible experiences that have brought me pain. And trust that those experiences are leading you towards a better future that is not lack of everything you desire. Foundation, my physical world, my spiritual, my emotional, my mental, all aspects coming together for your good. It's beautiful. Pull on those things that bring you comfort, that bring you warmth. Allow yourself to rest. Allow your mind to rest. Going back to those initial messages that I got of exhaustion and feeling so tired and feeling cold. Put on something that makes you feel warm. Embrace those things that make you feel warm and comforted. as you're on this journey. Trust, clear out that negative energy, and step towards your star, your biggest desire, your hope, your path forward, where all of these elements are coming together for your good. I hope this helped you, Sagittarius. Leave it in the comments. Thank you for joining me, and take care.